let's talk about something that sounds like it's straight out of a spy movie, DolphinAttack. It's all about silent commands that your phone can hear, but you absolutely can't. So let me just start with this question. We all know our smart devices are always listening, right? But what if they can hear things that are completely, utterly silent to you and me? I want you to picture this. You're just sitting in your living room, it's totally quiet, and then your phone, just sitting there on the coffee table, suddenly lights up and starts making a FaceTime call. You didn't say a thing, nobody did, so how on earth did that just happen? Okay, let's dive into how this is even possible. The answer is a pretty clever technique that researchers have called a silent command. It's officially known as DolphinAttack, and what it is at its core is a cyber attack that sends voice commands to your devices, Siri, Alexa, you name it, using frequencies that are so high they're totally inaudible to the human ear. The researchers who actually discovered this put it perfectly. They figured out how to take a normal voice command, like "Hey Siri," and basically have it hitch a ride on an ultrasonic sound wave. That's any frequency above 20 kilohertz. To put that in perspective, our hearing pretty much tops out at around 20,000 hertz. Anything above that, it's just silence to us. And DolphinAttack operates entirely in that silent zone. So this brings up the big question, right? If we can't hear it, how in the world can our devices? Well, the answer is this really fascinating, kind of accidental flaw in their design. A little secret that's hiding inside the microphone itself. Let's get right into it. If the command is flying through the air on a frequency that is completely silent, how does your iPhone or your Amazon Echo suddenly translate that into a voice command it understands? The key is a technical term called hardware nonlinearity. Now, I know it sounds super complicated, but it's really just a small, unintentional imperfection in the microphone's hardware. It's a flaw that was never meant to be there, but it can be exploited. Here's the best way to think about it. Imagine your microphone is a perfect, flawless mirror for sound. Well, this nonlinearity is like a tiny, invisible warp in that mirror. The ultrasonic wave hits that little warp, and it distorts just enough to reveal the hidden voice command it was carrying. So the high-frequency wave itself isn't the command, it's just the carrier. It's the microphone's own flawed circuitry that accidentally decodes the signal. It basically strips away the silent ultrasonic part and is left with the original voice command, which it then hands over to Siri or Google as if you had just spoken it out loud. So now that we get the how, let's talk about the what. What can an attacker actually do with this kind of silent, invisible voice? And get this isn't just some theory cooked up in a lab. The original researchers successfully used DolphinAttack on 16, that's 16, different popular platforms. This thing is widespread. And we're not talking about obscure devices here. The vulnerability affects the biggest names in the game. Apple's Siri, Google, Amazon's Alexa, Microsoft's Cortana, they were all susceptible to this attack. So for example, an attacker could silently command your iPhone to start a FaceTime call to their number. This effectively turns your phone into a spy bug, broadcasting everything, audio and video, from your room without you ever knowing. And it gets even scarier. They proved they could manipulate a car's navigation system, silently telling it to reroute to a totally different location, all while the driver has no idea. They could even inject fake information, like commanding your phone to send a bogus text message to your friends or family, and it would come directly from your number. So you see, the threat isn't just one thing, it's a whole toolbox of malicious actions. An attacker can spy on you, they can inject fake information, they can shut your phone down by turning on airplane mode, force it to visit dangerous websites, and even try to cover their tracks by dimming the screen. Okay, so that's the pretty scary part. But the good news is, once a vulnerability like this is out in the open and we understand it, we can actually start to build a solid defense against it. And the defenses really come in two flavors. First, you've got the hardware fix. Manufacturers can actually redesign microphones to just filter out these ultrasonic frequencies from the get-go. And second, there's the software side, where you can train algorithms to tell the difference between a real human voice and the weird audio signature of a DolphinAttack command. So DolphinAttack is a really powerful reminder that our devices perceive the world in a fundamentally different way than we do. And it really makes you wonder, in this world of always-on microphones and sensors, what other invisible vulnerabilities could be hiding, quite literally, right there in plain sight?